Hey there, thanks for joining me for part 4 of my Get Ready With Me holiday series. So this video is going to be all about the eyeshadow technique that I like to use. I'm going to be using a Maybelline shadow block, and for the base color I like to use a just kind of flat fluffy brush. Anyone will do. I'm not particular on brands when it comes to brushes. So I already have all my primer and everything on, as we did in the previous video, and I'm going to start with the middle color. It's got a nice bit of shimmer to it, and it's a really pretty one. It's got this iridescent color, so it's got a little bit of a green sheen to it, which just looks amazing with the cut crease that we're gonna do. Okay, so we've got some on there. I always do a little tap just to get the excess off. Okay, so, got a little bit of a crease there. Okay, what you want to do is just very gently tap that product on. Ooh, gosh, I love this color so much. Okay, you just want to cover your base lid. Just kind of go up to your crease. It's okay if you go, over it a little bit. It's okay if you get a little excess over here. We can always fix that when we're done. No reason to panic if it goes everywhere. We fix it in post. That's what I always say. Okay. All right, so I've got a good bit on there. Just gonna move on and do the other side. Okay, don't forget to tap off that excess. And then again, just tap it on there. Tapping it in prevents it from sliding all over your eyelid. No matter how great your eyeshadow primer is, a lot of times you can get caught in the crease of your eyelid. So tapping it helps prevent that a little bit. Okay, like I said, don't just take it up to your crease line. Don't panic if you go above that. Don't panic if you get a whole bunch on the inner corner. I always do that. I always have to fix that part. Okay, so next we're gonna move on to the cut crease. And if you're a beginner, I highly recommend using a slanted brush that's very thin. I don't know if you can see that, how well you can see that. It's a thin brush, okay? The reason is it's gonna give you way more control. So the shape I'm gonna do is kind of between a cut crease and like a fox eye, okay? And the fox eye is just like a more raised version, which I happen to really like. It gives your eyes just a really pretty lift, and just, I love it. So I'm just tapping some onto the brush, okay? Tap off your excess. Okay, and then if you want to do the foxy version, like I was talking about, what you want to do, instead of going beyond the corner, like farther in from your corner, go right from the corner, right from the edge, and just go straight up towards the end of your brow. It looks crazy from here, it really does, but trust the process, okay? Once you get just past your crease and you're actually, like, this is actually right at the edge of my occipital bone, okay? It's right at the edge of that little bony thing, okay? And then just bring it across, all right? And just kind of follow down. I like to bring mine up just a little bit higher. Just a little more drama in that eye. All right, once we have that, you don't need any more product on your brush. You've got plenty. Start dragging it down from your line, okay? And some people like to bring it down across their lash line. I don't do that because I have massive eyelashes. You wouldn't see it anyway. So, yeah, I'm just kind of smooth it out there. And there we go. And yep, we have a whole bunch of excess right there, but again, we'll fix it, okay? So now we're gonna get more on the brush, give it a good tap, and just do the same thing over here. Go right from the edge. Okay, and I usually go in a downwards motion just because that's easier for me. I advise you to do what's easiest for you. Okay, so I'm just past the crease, and I can just bring it straight over and follow the natural curve of your eyeball. Okay, and then sometimes I turn the brush around so that the point is towards the inner corner, and just use what's already on the brush to join that inner corner to our line. And then again, you don't need any more on your brush. Just start dragging that color down. Okay, and once we have it where we want it, and again, if you want to line it at the bottom, or at the, right at your lash line, that's fine. Go ahead and do that. I choose not to. It's just a personal preference. Okay, so now we're gonna blend it all together. And I like to use another fluffy brush, just like the one that I use for the base. Okay, and we're using the top color. Okay, I just swirl my brush in that color, give it a tap. Okay, we're gonna start by applying it above everything. All right, and swirling it again, giving it a tap, going over to the other side, doing that. Okay, now what you're going to want to do is right at the edge where that light meets the dark, start swirling very gently. Don't put pressure on it, just swirl it. And you can actually go like over it. I sometimes go all the way over it just to soften it, because sometimes, sometimes I'm a little heavy-handed. It happens. Okay, there we go. Now let's do it on the other side. See, like this side, this is quite a bit darker than this side. So yeah, I was a little heavy-handed. So I'm starting out just kind of at the line there, and now I'm swirling all over the place just to kind of soften that. And see how that just makes that line so much softer. And because I was a little heavy-handed, I'm actually going to bring some of that lighter color right there. Okay. All right. Okay. Other than the inner corners, I'm actually really happy with that. So, okay, before we clean everything up, let's get the final bit done. I'm just using a teeny tiny, really thin slanted brush. I just love these. Okay. And what I do is I just go from the outer corner right along the lash line and bring it into the inner corner. Okay, and that just kind of brings that whole lifted look together. There we go. See, just a quick little swipe, and it's done. Now, it's up to you whether or not you want to soften this. I know some people don't like a harsh line. I don't really like to soften mine because I made the line as thin as I can, and anything thicker, which happens when you smudge, anything thicker than that makes my eyes look small, so I don't do that.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss the next video.